Muy buenas, pues aquí estamos un día más, hoy con un juego de Twin Mirror, que es de la compañía Not, la misma compañía que hizo eh, el, la serie de que estuvimos jugando anteriormente, que estuvimos jugando el True Colors, el Before the Storm y todos estos. Y hoy pues vamos a ver qué tal es este juego de Twin Mirror. A ver si es igual o es diferente. No lo he jugado todavía, ni lo he empezado. Así que vamos a ver. Espero que se escuche todo bien. Sí. A ver, ahí apenas se ve. No sé si irá por capítulos o no irá por capítulos. Creo que sí, porque aquí pone perdido nada más llegar. Ranura 1. A ver, voy a bajar un poco mi volumen, que creo que está demasiado alto. Ahí creo que mejor, sí. Así que a ver cómo se nos da. Vamos a empezar nueva partida.
Skies are finally clearing up after a light rainfall most of the afternoon. The weather's approaching 49 degrees, so we've got a brisk West Virginia evening ahead of us. Wrap up tight and settle in, folks. This is 104.3 WVCK, the Basswood City. I'm your host, Carrie Hammond. Coming up after a short break, mental health expert Dr. Wick will discuss the recent opioid epidemic that's been affecting.
Eso que antes no me salía es de los mismos que hicieron Life is Strange. Y parece que como siempre la banda sonora está muy bien. Let me breathe and I'll let you go. I knelt down in desperation. I felt around for something real. There's a radio station playing wrong in my ear. You keep coming alive, keep coming alive, keep coming alive, keep coming alive. Keep coming alive, keep coming alive, keep coming alive, keep coming alive. Me encanta la música que ponen. Bueno, vamos a ver qué nos depara. A ver cómo van los controles.
Time to kill before the funeral. Might as well spend it here.
Vale.
This place was always one for decisions. Somewhere for things to fall apart.
Bien, parece que lo manejamos nosotros. Eso
Came
está
up here
bien.
every chance I could. One of the all-time great views. Really makes a small town look big. I remember spending entire summers on the banks fishing with Nick. My hometown. It felt more imposing in my nightmares. Strange to think of Basswood without its mine. I'm not sure Nick would even want me at his funeral, given how I left things.
Vale. Hey, Furious, ¿qué tal? Aquí estamos probando el Twin Mirror, que lo acabo de empezar. Sí, me lo pillé. Tenía ganas.
I used to love looking at Basswood from up here. Helped give me perspective. Until that day.
Ya he visto que tú has empezado con el Baldur's Gate 3.
Why can't the real world be as clear and peaceful as my own mind?
¿Y eso? ¿No te va mucho o qué?
Even if it does mean nothing stays hidden in here. Not even me.
Ah, te has quedado atascado al principio. Bueno, poco a poco. Igual será hasta que te acostumbres a los controles y esas cosas.
I've been meaning to ask you something. Don't freak out. Would you be my little girl's godfather? I wouldn't trust anyone else with this.
Vale, o sea, me
Maybe I
meto
stopped taking his calls.
en mi cabeza.
He even called once the day before he died. I'll never know what he wanted to talk to me about.
This is Anna. She works freelance. Does a lot of the human interest pieces.
What can I say? I'm interested in humans and their pieces. What do you like to write?
I gotta run to a review with Walt. You two feel free to chit-chat.
Ah, vale.
And Sam, be nice.
Claro, al ser a
Never
un
met someone
nivel
so
bajo.
interested in others, even in me.
The story is important. You know I think that. It's just... People around here have short tempers and long memories.
Ah, pues si puedes rodearlo, mejor.
Are you even listening to me?
I heard you, Anna. But no, I wasn't listening. come on, Anna. Look at this.
What is it? Someone skinny dipping?
Un bardo y un clérigo.
You're really
Uf,
gonna see this?
complicado.
I can't see. Something's blocking it.
El bardo a niveles bajos es complicado.
What are you doing?
I'm trying to be romantic.
What? Wait. Please don't tell me you're proposing.
I'm down on one knee, a ring. What else would I be doing? You look like I just ran over your grandma. Okay, the silence is really starting to scare me now. Anna, please say something.
Sam, put that away. Come on. I don't want a ring. I don't need a ring. You should know that. We've discussed it before.
Vale, no quiere casarse.
We weren't happy. She was the one brave enough to face that. Lost in my head again. How much time did I miss?
Usa ahí para leer una nueva entrada. Volver al coche, ya has perdido mucho tiempo. Vale. 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 Ahí las decisiones que tomo, vale, vale.
I missed the funeral. Maybe it's for the best. On the bright side, Nick's not alive for me to let him down again. I left a sandwich in it for a whole week once. Dad never let me forget it.
No voy a usar el teléfono de emergencia. Vamos a volver. Bueno, seguro que poco a poco te acuerdas. Siempre te pasa con todos los juegos. Al principio lo tienes un poco borroso, pero después te acuerdas enseguida de las cosas. Ahora es que tampoco ha pasado nada interesante. Bueno, de momento su mejor amigo ha muerto.
Sorry, Walter, but I don't think I'll stick around. Given up already? Just a quick, depressing jaunt down memory lane and then you're gone? I know you think that the only thing waiting for you down there is hurt. Lots of hurt. And you might be right. But it's been 2 years. It's time to face the world. Time to adult. The good news, though, at least you don't have to do it alone.
Bueno,
Lost the signal. Some things never change.
sin cobertura. Un crimen, pues bueno, ahora veremos si es el de su mejor amigo. Creo que la ceremonia no llega. Su hija. Bueno, la de su mejor amigo.
Yuli, you actually came.
It's been a while. You've gotten taller.
Can we talk?
We're talking right now.
It's cold.
So,
You left.
Joan, that's not fair.
You left.
Deja que te explique.
It was more complicated than just me and you.
It's always more important than me.
Joan, listen. After Anna and I broke up, I couldn't keep living with her. I didn't have anywhere else to stay. So I moved back in with my mom, who's over in Connecticut these days.
You didn't call, text, or anything. You were just gone.
I don't know what to say to that. You're right. I wasn't in a state where I could reach out to anyone.
Bueno,
I'm still not. If Nick hadn't died, I never would have come back.
Thanks for being honest. You're always at least honest. Listen, I wanted to talk to you about what happened to Dad. It doesn't make sense. He wouldn't have just crashed. He drove like a grandma, you know that. It's wrong. I don't buy it.
vale, ahora ya
Thanks
sabemos.
for the funeral, Joan. I'm not a PI or a cop.
You're the closest thing I can talk to. Will you just look into it, Muley? Please?
She wants her father's death to mean something. But where does that lead? What if it leads to the truth? That could change everything. An hour ago, you wanted to run away. Now you want to start another investigation? A few questions won't hurt anyone. Just tonight. To reassure her. And myself. This is a wake. If you poke around, people may end up poking back. Okay, whatever you do, at least leave the kid out of it. It would be cruel to lead her on. Friends don't lie to each other, even if it means disappointing her again. It's your
Bueno,
call.
tiene alguien en la cabeza que le habla.
Okay, I'll see what I can see and all that. Gumshoe it up.
You will?
You make some good points. It doesn't fit. I hate when things don't fit.
Yeah, me too. I might just be, I don't know, crazy or something, but...
You want to know for sure. I get it.
Vale, vale.
Thanks, Muley.
Ya tenemos investigación.
I should go in before my mom misses me. You better get in there, too. Can't hide in your car all night.
Who says I'm hiding out here?
I do. See you inside.
Ahora vamos para adentro. Pastillas para no ver al amigo imaginario. Vale, cuaderno actualizado. Vale, eso es que hemos tomado una decisión.
Might as well talk to Walter. I'll have to sooner or later. Whoever said you can judge someone by their car never met Tara.
Yes, the cat food is under the sink. Yes, yes it is, Mother. Trust me.
Vale.
Samuel is here. I'll call you back. Samuel Higgs, as I live and breathe. Has it really been over 2 years? Regardless, I'm so glad you finally made it. It's good to see you. What kept you?
A trip down memory lane. I missed the funeral, but I made it to Nick's wake.
You have to bring it in for a hug.
Vale.
It's a Basswood back in town requirement. So good to see you. Even if I wish the circumstances were different.
Venga, lo
Times
abrazamos.
like these, we need the comforting touch of others. At least I do. Also, have you spoken to Anna lately?
No, why?
No reason. If you get the chance, we should catch up. We should really catch up. I'll see you inside.
Vale, igual es que está con alguien. Vamos a mirar.
Here we go.
Vale, vale. Igual mi ex está con alguien o incluso se ha casado.
Mr. Samuel Higgs, big shot investigative reporter.
Didn't think you'd ever be back in here.
I'd gladly slash your tires, but that mean you couldn't leave town. And you are leaving town right after this, right? 'Cause if you
Vamos a
are,
ignorarlo.
Nick's memory only goes so far. That's what I thought.
Ve. No voy a caer en provocación.
Making friends already, I see.
Declan, been a while.
Hey, careful. I'd rather not be working tonight. And you always seem to angry up everyone's blood.
I'm only here to pay my respects to Nick. Nothing more, nothing less.
Yeah. Shame that. You watch yourself.
I think it's time I go put up a photo at the memorial board. That's what people do, right?
I can't believe he showed up.
Sammy! Oh, it's been ages.
Tara?
Oh, me? I've had this stomach thing lately, always churning. And this thing with Nick, his car went up like a Sunday ham. He burned alive, you know. Have you met Hugh? He took over the old pharmacy just after you left.
No.
Vaya.
I've read that article you wrote on the mine. You must have put in a lot of legwork on that.
Es un poco macabra.
Oh, you read it. What do you think?
Of the writing? Fine. Fine. Of the reporting? Something that needed to be done. Many medicines are a bitter brew, but you still need to take them.
Vale.
Nice of you to say.
Oh, don't hesitate to drop by the pharmacy sometime.
Oh, and Sam, you...
But for now, I have a feeling you're not here for us.
Oh, right. Don't be a stranger, Sam.
There was no love lost between Kathy and Nick since their divorce. But anyone can see she's taking his death hard. Kathy,
Sam, you actually came.
I know you two haven't
Vale.
been together for a long time, but I'm still sorry.
We hadn't been close in years, but he was my daughter's father. I'll miss him. Joan was really hurt when you left town. Nick and I were never close after the breakup, and Joan's never had a lot of friends.
Yeah.
Maybe don't break her heart this time when you leave town. All right?
Your daughter thinks Nick's crash doesn't make sense.
She's a little girl who lost her father. She's confused right now. Don't you go encouraging her, or worse, putting those thoughts in her head. I frankly thought you knew better.
Do you think she has a point?
I think you should stay away from her.
Jolines. Pues vaya. Vamos a clavarla.
Sorry we lost touch. Sorry I lost touch. Rest up, big guy. Happier times. We drove straight to the sea after work on a Friday. Hell of a weekend. Bug was so small back then. He was more her best friend than a dad. This photo always looked weird. Nick could never keep a straight face. Those two were a great team. I wonder who took that picture. Look at us.
Vale, creo que ya he visto todas. Porque esa última no se puede ver.
Samuel, guess I lost the bet.
Bet?
Yeah, that bet you'd never come back to Basswood? Not after you went careening out of town like a bat out of hell the instant that article broke bad.
That wasn't the reason I left town.
Oh, you think it was that girl of yours? You left because the town hated your guts.
What are you even doing here, Dennis? You and Nick become friends or something?
Nope. He thought I was a drunk, which I am. And I thought he was a hack, which he was.
This coming from the IT guy. Didn't know resetting passwords could give you a journalism degree.
It can. But it does give me less patience for people who sling mud my way. Relax. I'm just playing. At least tell me how you've been.
Yeah, like you'd care.
Not too much. But suit yourself if you want to be like that. Anyway, cheers to Nick. A man that, unlike us, people actually liked. Speaking of which...
A ver, un momento. Vale. Pensaba que se había caído.
As time draws near, my dearest dear, when you and I must part, how little you know
Que estaba con ella.
of the grief and woe in my poor aching heart. 'Tis but I suffer for your sake. Believe me, dear, that's true. I wish that you were staying here.
Creo que estaba con ella. Y te vas a enterar ahora. Jolines.
Has it really been 2 years since I saw her? She hasn't changed a bit.
Sí, yo creo que estaba con ella.
Anna?
Sam! Sorry. Old habits. Why did it take so long for you to darken my doorstep?
I won't lie, it really hurt coming back. I stopped by Lookout Point on the way here.
Sam, why'd you do that to yourself?
A desire to open old wounds. The old-timers gave me hell when I came in, too.
People around here have short tempers,
And long memories.
but most of them mean well. Sam, the mine was gonna close anyways. Maybe in a year or 2, 5, if the Lord has a sense of humor. It was gonna run dry or have an even bigger disaster. It wasn't your fault.
I wish everyone else understood that.
People are scared. Mad. You were easy to blame. When my father lost his legs, nobody knew the mine wasn't following regulations. You were the only one who started asking questions. Whenever people talk about you, he always says, you did the right thing.
Yeah, well, your dad's Joe. He's an oak. Unmoving and annoyingly supportive.
It wasn't just him. Nick thought your piece was great. He was actually jealous. He always wanted to write something that shook the pillars of heaven, as he used to put it. You know, Nick and I had moved in together. Started to get serious. But I think it's only now I realize how much I cared for him.
Wait, you and Nick started going out? When did this happen?
A few months ago. He never told you? He asked me to let him be the one to say something. You two had been so close.
He probably tried. I hadn't been answering his calls.
Ah. That's the worst part, right? Anything broken just stays broken now. But this was all nice. The funeral, the wake.
Vale. Tenías razón.
It all just makes me feel heavy. It makes my heart hurt. Like Nick's memory has been laid on top of me and I'm still carrying him.
Nick's death. Do you know if he had any enemies? Working on anything dangerous? Whew. Now this is a real can of worms.
This is a wake.
I know that.
Do you? This isn't the time to be digging and pushing. You always do this. You always... I get it. You're still you, huh? You'll always still be you, Sam. You never change.
Estoy ya enfadando a todo el
I'm
mundo.
gonna go home. I hate that his stuff is all over my house. Then drink and cry all night. You do what you need to do. See you later.
Parece que tengo la habilidad de enfadar a todo el mundo.
Per 3, and then I'll go.
I didn't know you read Dickens, Ethan.
You'd think a kid at a bar would stand out more.
Not really. You just quoted him a couple of times and I thought it sounded good. Then you should read Great Expectations. It's a masterpiece, plain and simple.
He's owned this bar for almost a decade and still can't afford another employee.
A ver, ¿qué puedo hacer? Mirar.
It does look tempting.
No me deja cogerla.
So,
Ahora
I
sí.
wasn't drunk, and me? I was drunk as a skunk. Ah, Samuel, join us. We were just sharing stories about dear Nicholas. And let me get your next round. Maybe Ethan has a suggestion for a worthy spirit? Spirits? Oh, no. Friends drink beer. Yes, I suppose that's fitting. To dear Nicholas. Yeah, he'd been coming in a lot lately. Sat right there. With a bad dad joke or two.
Friends, I guess? Maybe Anna.
Well, by himself with his laptop as his date.
He never drank alone.
You two were close, though, right? Tell me about the man outside. He had a terrible memory. Couldn't remember names, dates, passwords. Kept his notes squirreled around him like a hoard.
He got married young and had a kid. Then broke up and dated my ex. And they were happy. In love. Anna clearly cared about him a lot.
Oh, my boy. You can't compare lives, just like you can't compare pain. They just simply are. The friend of man, the friend of truth, the friend of age, and guide of youth. Few hearts like his with virtue warm, few hearts with knowledge so informed. If there's another world, he lives in bliss. If there is none, he made the best of this.
Burns. That from your eulogy?
You know Robert Burns? And no, just something I keep on hand for toasts.
Well, it's a good choice. And sorry about that, Sam. I wasn't trying to bring you down.
Everyone liked him. I think even Dennis liked him somewhat.
He always had a lot of friends. A few who couldn't make it sent flowers.
How's the family taking it?
Joan and Kathy seem shaken. Kathy has a lot to deal with, now more than ever. Who can prepare for losing a parent? Not a soul. Not a single soul.
It always seemed so easy for him. Every day he'd show up, no matter what.
Of the qualities in a good man, that one deserves to be at the top.
Not a quality I possess.
This isn't a place for self-pity. This is a place for dour reflection.
Yes, and drinking.
To Nick, he was my friend. He will be missed, but not forgotten.
Hear, hear.
Put that down! Kathy, what's your underage child doing drinking? You have no control over her? Ethan could lose his
I wasn't
license.
doing anything! Don't touch me!
Joan!
Leave me alone. You guys are all so stupid!
You do not talk to people that way.
Bueno, es normal que
Just so
lleve ese enfado.
That was quite heavy-handed. I hope the little one doesn't take it to heart.
Declan sure came at her with both barrels. Joan's tough, though. She'll be okay.
Hola, noche de bebida. Hombre, si cada vez que la vacías te ponen otra.
What a night! I'd say that went well. Ish. You got to chat with everyone you've been avoiding. Even if Joan got inside your head with her whole dad mystery death thing. Just shut up. Coming back to Basswood was your idea. You're the one in the driver's seat, Sam. I can't make you do anything. Deep down, you've been looking for a reason to come back. It's gonna be one of those long nights inside your head, huh? Hey, I didn't ask for you to be here. To come back. I couldn't let you miss this. You just showed up. You can't see it now, but the guilt would have eaten you alive. You're back out in the world. Feeling emotions, fitting in. That's progress. Fuck the world. Pointless talking and more talking, and no one says what they mean. Go away. Let me enjoy being miserable. Just try and make sure you don't do anything stupid. No promises.
Vale.
okay. What kind of monsters have a checkout at night?
Sí, normalmente es más tarde.
Oh, my head. Pills plus drinking. That was not my best idea. Did I black out or what? Ugh, I can't think straight.
Las 9:15.
Clear it up. Oh, my head. How many of these did I take? God, what a headache. I feel like a small jackhammer in my left temple.
A ver.
I was at least hoping I'd look better than I feel.
A examinar es lavarse.
I already feel more human. Now, where did I put my shirt?
Vale, ¿Tiene sangre? No, no se acuerda de nada.
That's not good. That's... Where did I get this?
Es mucha sangre.
What did I do?
Vale, ahora me meto en mis recuerdos. Están un poco vacíos. ¿Quién viene? ¿Pero quién es?
Sam, be more careful. Breathe. Focus. Find the way to calm down.
Ah, vale, voy a evitar las puertas esas. Vale. Toma el control. Ay, no me ha dejado. No me he dado cuenta de tomar el control.
Sam, focus. You have to find the right door. You need to steady yourself.
Es lo que intento hacer. Vale, toma el control. Ahora se mueven. Uy. Que no quería esa. Quería la de delante. Está complicadillo. Eh. No. Era la de delante, la de contrólate.
Focus. You have to find the right door. You need to steady yourself.
Es lo que intento. Ese.
You're doing good. Really good. You're almost there.
Vale.
Focus. Choose. Act. Deliberately. If I run, I'll keep running. I need to face what happened. Answers.
A ver.
Hide. It's never happened. Going on. Get far away. Don't think. Just go. Far as fast as I can.
Creo que la más sensata es esta.
I need to face what happened. Answers. Yes, answers. Good or bad, I need answers.
Sí, necesito respuestas.
I know what you're thinking. Stop thinking that. Pills and alcohol, you're lucky enough you didn't wake up dead. I need to know what happened last night. The last place I remember is the bar, so I'll start there. The squeaky nail gets hammered down. Maybe don't play lone wolf detective. There's too many questions about last night. All the obvious answers are bad, but worth knowing. Not all answers are worth knowing. I can't just run from whatever this is. So either help me or get out of my head. It's your life, Sam. I just live here.
Bueno, di que te quedas un día más o dos.
The more things change, the more they stay the same. Do you really think breaking and entering is a good idea? Used Ethan's hidden spare key, no breaking involved. I don't know if he'll see it that way. I could wait for the bar to open, or I could look for answers. I picked the latter.
Sí, es bastante tocapelotas. Pero bueno, así me obligo a seguir para
What
adelante.
happened here last night? First, look around, figure out what happened. I ended up drinking alone. So who brought that second glass?
Café está tirado.
Ugh. Did I do this? Sorry, Nick.
Muebles tirados.
These were sent scattering.
Esto ya me recuerda a Sherlock Holmes.
It might have fallen off the table. Seems some people got rowdy last night.
Ahí estaba sentado el borracho. Y ahí hay sangre. Ah, no. Alcohol seco. Vale, con el botón derecho hago zoom. Ahora como uso... para recordar. Investigación. A ver qué más. Sí, sí, me está gustando. Además la parte esta de la investigación que he empezado ahora tiene buena pinta, aunque no entiendo muy bien cómo va. Me siento arañado.
Ripped. Did this happen yesterday, or was it always like that?
Vale, otra pista más. A ver. Hay más pistas. No me deja examinar nada más. ¿Hay algo que me dejo? ¿O algo me dejo? O no sé cómo usar lo de la cabeza. Aquí me dejaba el reloj.
What knocked this clock off the pillar? It seems there was a fight. It could explain the blood on my shirt. Does it mean that I was involved? I won't be able to find out without more evidence.
Más pruebas. Ahora en los sofás.
It might have fallen off the table. Seems some people got rowdy last night.
No me lo deja añadir como prueba. La botella rota. Sangre. Pero no lo puedo ver. No me deja examinarlo. A las cosas tiradas sí.
Definitely not the wake Nick would have wished for. What a mess. Hope this wasn't me. Hugh's business.
Vale.
Wonder why it's here.
El farmacéutico. Beba mucha agua. Vale. Creo que ya está. Ah, sangre.
Could be the same blood that was on my shirt. The pot was completely shattered. Looked like it might have been kicked. The flowers are ruined. Looks like they were knocked over, then stepped on. DG. Dennis's initials.
Vale.
Was he involved in whatever happened? Wouldn't surprise me.
¿Y la gorra?
Joel's hat.
Antes no me había dejado.
Maybe we ended up having it out after all. I think I've seen enough to put together the pieces of what happened last night. Just gotta think it through.
Vale. Vale.
At least I can always count on this place to make sense. Now to work out what happened while I was blacked out last night. I just need to think it through logically, throw out impossibilities. Until only the truth is left. I know I got into a fight, but it could have played out in many different ways. I have to think it through, find out what really happened. My memory ends here, but there's 2 glasses. Who was here with me?
Responde a la pregunta. Vale. ¿Y cómo respondo a la pregunta? Ahí veo algo como para interactuar, pero no me deja. O no sé cómo interactuar. Reconstruir la pelea. Vale, ¿y cómo reconstruyo la pelea? ¿Dónde empezó? Ah, vale. Comenzó aquí. Vale.
I was drinking on my own when someone approached me. I can't remember who it was, but I know we got into a fight. Obviously.
¿Sería el borracho?
If I figure out how the fight went, I should figure out who my assailant was. Something hit the pillar with enough force to make the clock fall. A person thrown into the pillar would do it. The jukebox is not in the same place. Maybe it was involved in the fight somehow. That could be it, but I still have to figure out who was sitting next to me.
Vale. Hacia la columna y se tiró lo otro. Y después de ahí tendría que venir aquí. No. Vamos a ver.
Broken glass, damaged seat. It's possible the fight made its way over here. The pharmacist's business card. Hope I didn't start picking on the elderly.
No. Para eso tendría que haber sido hacia la columna.
Something hit the pillar with enough force to make the clock fall. The person thrown into the pillar would do it. Looks like not even the memorial board was spared by the brawl. That's Dennis's. I definitely wanted to shut him up last night.
Yo creo que sí, porque sería la única forma de romper el escenario.
I have the complete picture now.
You know,
El
the man who
borracho.
talks to himself has an idiot for an audience.
Fuck off, Dennis.
I see why you have so many friends left in town.
Yeah, you would know about that.
At least my best friend never slept with my ex. Who do you blame more, huh? The backstabbing asshole or the bitch?
You don't talk about Anna or Nick that way.
You think you know who Nick was? Mr. Perfect? Give me a break. You have no idea. No one in this town does.
What are you talking about?
I'll show you. But not here. Meet me later at the...
Ethan is coming back in through the front. At least I think it's him. You think it's him? I can't actually tell if you can't tell. What I know for sure is if it's Ethan, he may not be happy to find you here. So I strongly suggest you leave. And if I don't have time to lose explaining myself to Ethan.
Vale. Me voy y luego vengo. Creo que es lo más sensato. Si me deja volver, claro. que parece que no es así. Ese era el padre de Ana.
Of course. I come back on the town's Miners' Day celebration. Well, you always did have great timing. No time to dwell on that. Focus. You tried Dennis's cell phone. No answer. So what now? Ask around, see if anyone's seen Dennis today. Maybe see if anything jogs my memory. I've heard worse plans.
A ver. Alguien tiene que saber algo.
Basswood's small. If Dennis came through Main Street, someone saw him.
Ahí está el policía examinando algo.
Now, I can't just have you hanging around here all day like a ghost.
It's a free country.
Hey, don't give me that. People have been complaining, so don't let me see you here again.
You fascist.
What you just... I'm just doing my job. It's nothing personal.
Looks like you're not the only one who started off on the wrong foot today.
Sorry you had to see that. Some people you just can't reason with. Speaking of, you're still in town.
That person you were talking to? Who's that?
A lost soul. Vagrancy isn't a crime, but loitering and trespassing are. I try to be understanding, polite, but it's hard when no one is polite back. People call you pig or fascist just for doing your job. Then they go and do things like deface the whole town. And I'm the asshole? It could get under your skin. Where's you at day after day? It grinds you down. It makes you feel like you've been lifting logs all day. Sorry about that.
No te preocupes.
Just remember, this town don't always respect the things you do.
Trust me, I know. You haven't seen Dennis today, have you?
Why are you looking for him?
I wanted to apologize for last night.
I'll just stay out of his way for a day or two. I heard you messed up Dennis pretty good last night. I'm not judging.
Entonces he acertado.
Takes a while to clear it out.
I don't want to keep you, officer. Have a good day.
Keep your nose clean.
Entonces he acertado.
Maybe Kathy will know something. Or that new pharmacist. The perfect toy for a kid who only had imaginary friends.
Vale. Igual me echan la bronca por haberme peleado.
Yo, get out the way.
Sorry about that.
Yeah. Asshole.
That's enough.
Kathy and Hugh were both at the wake. I should talk to them. Bug made that for Mother's Day years ago, and Kathy still keeps it with her. He looks like those doctors you see on commercials.
Vale, a ver. Él estaba ahí y se le cayó la tarjeta. Bueno, seguramente lo vio todo.
Ah, Samuel. Sorry about Richard. He's always a little on edge. I'm surprised to see you up and about after the night you had. Honestly. I was afraid you'd end up like your friend. You were quite inebriated.
Honestly, I don't remember last night. You saw me blackout drunk. Not my finest hour.
I would say not. After your barroom brawl. I did my best to prevent you from following that other man outside. And I tried to get you to hand over your keys. But you would have none of it.
Vale.
Sorry about that. The man I had a fight with, Dennis. Have you seen him today?
Seen him? No. No, can't say I have.
Thanks anyways.
That article you wrote, it's done this town a lot of good.
You really don't need to say things like that.
But it's true. The mine was a band-aid on a torn arm.
Vale.
Sometimes, doing what is unpopular is still the moral choice.
You probably believe that.
I'd offer you something for that hangover, but I find in some cases, time is the best medicine.
A pill pusher who doesn't want to push pills. Listen,
Everything is poison. All that matters is the dose. Now, you have a good one, young man. Was there anything else you needed, by the way?
I have to ask, why move here, of all places? You know, here, Basswood. A blink and you miss this town. People move out of Basswood, not in.
The town I used to work in had 100 other pharmacies in it. Oh, you'd make sales. But you don't get to know anyone, ever. Plus, if I'm being honest, I always imagined I'd retire in a small mountain town.
Vale.
I saw you talking to Walter. Can you ask him something from me?
Sure thing. What is it?
I knew I could count on you. I was hoping the Basswood jungle could run a piece about me. You see, some of the older folks see me as an outsider still.
Can't say I'm surprised. I'll try and remember to ask next time I talk to him.
I really appreciated the chat, but I'm afraid it's time I get back to work. Do come see me again.
Vale. Ahora se ha quedado libre.
Still here after all these years. She followed Nick to Basswood, but never liked it. Hey, Kathy.
Oh, Sam. What can I do you for?
It's just one of those days. Ran into Declan outside. Ranted about some thugs.
Declan. He's testy because he wants Miner's Day to go well. Like in the old days, without any trouble.
Vale.
Sam, I'm in the middle of my shift. Do you need something?
Dennis hasn't come in today, has he?
Dennis? I haven't seen him since last night. Why? You looking for trouble?
Last night we got into a fight. Like a fist fight.
Really? I'm sorry I missed that. You could both use the thumping. But I left early to go check on Joan. Did you have to say that fantasy about her father being murdered was real?
That's not what I
just want her to be a little girl.
Bueno.
Little Sam Higgs. Sneaking around and getting into trouble. And now all she can talk about is how you're gonna prove that she's right. Sorry. I know it's not your fault, but I just don't... I don't know what to do with her. She's my daughter. And I feel like I'm losing her. I gotta go. If the boss sees me jawing instead of working, I'll get an earful.
No one in here was much help.
3 boxes of codeine. 5 tubes of anti-inflammatory gel. Sam, I'm busy.
Vale. Vamos a ver con Tara si tenemos suerte.
Condition?
I have a condition?
Yeah, the one that makes you the way you're always so... you? It's all right, of course. I won't tell anyone. I think I might actually have leaky gut. It's where your intestine starts to dissolve, and your half-digested food starts to leak out into your blood.
Vamos a escucharla, venga.
If it doesn't help, can't hurt. I'm glad someone took over this old drugstore. Can you imagine? This town without a pharmacy would be like, well, me with a hole in my gut.
Es un poco directa.
It'll tell me what to get.
It was nice talking to Tara.
Oh, yes. Always.
Bueno, tampoco he sacado... Sí, está bastante loca. Pero dice las cosas directas. No se anda con rodeos. Eso también está bien. A ver qué más puedo sacar en claro. La cafetería.
She pulls the look off a lot better than I could.
Hey, don't remember seeing you in town before. Passing by?
Soy de
I was
aquí.
born in Basswood. I was raised in Basswood, though I left for a few years.
Wait, you managed to leave and still came back? You'd never see me again if I left.
Why don't you then?
Yeah, sure. I'm just gonna take my millions of dollars and make a run for it. I can barely get by, like everyone else here. Too poor to stay, too poor to leave.
Vale. Vamos a ver si hay algo en el periódico.
I don't imagine Walter had obituaries in mind when he became editor-in-chief.
Encontré. Vale.
Remember when this whole celebration used to be twice as big?
Club del cotilleo.
Just a dead horse we all keep kicking.
Está bien. Club del cotilleo.
Now I've gone and made a bit of a mess. Oh, Sam, is that you? Dear, please, could you help an old doddering woman?
Claro que sí.
You are many things, but not doddering. Plotting, maybe.
Sam, say such things, even if they're true.
Ah, puedo recordar cosas con objetos también.
Okay, Muley, for 2 points. What is the name of the pink pony on the animated cartoon show Prancers? The super cool one I was telling you about the other day? You know, my favorite?
Polly. Polly Pony?
No, that's her sister. She's totally different.
Then what is her name?
I'm not telling. What if the card comes up again?
You really like to win, huh, Bug?
All right, coffee for you and hot chocolate for the young... Is that a comic about monsters?
It's about Tardigrade Man. He can survive almost anything. His only weakness is his own emotions. He's based on the microscopic tardigrades. It has 8 legs and can survive star radiation.
Huh. Doesn't seem like the kind of thing a young woman should be reading.
She says she's gonna be an entomologist. What can you do?
I am going to be an entomologist. I'm going to study every bug, especially the crawlies. Tardigrade isn't a bug. It's a microanimal.
Well, good for you. Sounds like just what a young woman like you should be reading.
So, can we play this again tomorrow, maybe?
We can play as often as you want.
You promise?
Yeah, I promise.
Pinky swear? If you break those, you go to hell.
I don't think you're supposed to be using that language.
You can't break this. No matter what.
You're real intense for a kid, you know that?
Say it!
I won't break the pinky swear, no matter what.
Thank you so much. You're always such a dear.
Say, Christina, have you...
Oh, Sam, it's been years. It really is so nice to see you again.
Yeah, likewise, but...
I wanted to come to the funeral yesterday, but just thinking about it, oh dear.
Now, I know you want to interrupt her, because I want to interrupt her. So eyes on me, buddy. Happy thoughts, deep breaths. Yeah, well, speaking of the...
Poor Joan, losing her father at such a young age. Oh, what a tragedy. I was trying to find one of those games she likes so much to cheer her up. Poor child only has Kathy now, and, well, far from me to go.
Vamos a escucharla.
These last few months, Kathy hasn't been all there, if you know what I mean. Hopefully this tragedy will be a wake-up call for her to be more present. She should take a few weeks off to be with Joan. I know you would never refuse. Don't you agree?
No le voy a decir, no te estaba escuchando. Sí, sí, perfectamente podía ser otro Life is Strange.
Have you seen Dennis today?
Se parece mucho con investigar misterio, los poderes.
Three always seem so happy. Oh, but you, Sam, how have you been doing?
It's been, well, you know cruise control? I've been on cruise control.
You might miss it once it's gone. Life rarely lets you coast for long. You look well.
Oh, qué calor hace.
Better. Hungover this morning.
You know what's good for that? Coffee.
I know, Christina. Not right now. I gotta go.
The cost. Right, so the overhead would...
You seem real engrossed.
Oh, I'm sorry, hun. Just balancing the books. Or trying to.
I feel strange being back here. I don't think I've been in your cafe in a while.
Almost 2.5 years. Anna kept coming in, but you stopped.
You noticed that?
I could tell you two dears weren't gonna make it. It broke my heart.
Sounds like you knew before I did.
Gotta have one eye on the customer and one eye on the books. Not that I really want to keep an eye on the books, mind you. Anyway, the past is the past. I just accepted a big business opportunity. Which makes tidying up my
Tengo la ventana abierta y entra el aire caliente.
I didn't think I'd see the day where you'd consider a franchise contract.
Ha! Only the day God calls for me. Have you met Hugh Kirkland already? The new pharmacist. He's helping me with a few improvements. Angel investing. Can you believe it?
I actually can't. What did he ask for in return?
Oh dear, I can't believe you're so cynical at your age. People in small towns do help each other. Every now and again. That's not just something that happens on made-for-TV movies.
You still have Basswood's best coffee?
Honey, you know we've never had that. That's over at the police station. Bess takes her coffee very seriously. Puts mine to shame. She pays out of pocket for real high-end stuff. I'd never make the margins work. Not that my margins have been cutting it lately. It's just been a bit slow the last few years. All over town, really.
It's just a rough patch. People will adapt. They just need time.
It's not always easy to look on the bright side when you're trying to make it through. But you know us. We always make it through. For example, I thought we'd never have another Miners' Day. But here we are.
How you doing? You managed to keep the books balanced?
About as well balanced as a snake with 4 balls.
That sounds uncomfortable, at the very least.
Something my grandfather used to say. Still don't know what it means, but it works in almost any situation. Say, hun, would you mind if I finish this?
Oh yeah, of course. Good luck with your book balancing.
Vale. No le he podido preguntar por el otro. Vale.
Well, that's not spelled right. Not even close. That's a good one.
Hey man, thought I knew everyone, but I don't know you.
Todos igual.
Oh right, you're one of those who skipped town when the mine closed down.
You could say that, yes.
Town ain't changed much since then. Same old boring Basswood. I know most people hate that, but I don't. It's quiet here. It's nice.
Bien.
So quiet, there's no rush hour, I guess.
Right?
Good to see someone finally knows how to take care of a plant. It's basic, yet so many people manage to mess it up.
Gracias, Jota.
Cowboy must have lost his keys. Christina, always bringing positivity.
Vale.
Glad to see Joan hasn't changed too much.
Ya no hay nada que leer.
Good to see someone finally knows how to take care of a plant. It's basic, yet so many people manage to mess it up.
Sí, no a todo el mundo se le da bien las plantas. Conozco a unos cuantos que se les muere cualquier planta que tengan. Hasta una aloe vera. Vale. El club del cotilleo sigue ahí. El periódico.
No luck so far, but I should keep digging around. Someone must have seen Dennis.
Vale. Vamos a ir a ver al padre de Anne.
A statue honoring miners. Pretty meaningless now. Losing his legs seemed like the end of him, but he bounced back. Man, he's a rock.
¿Qué cara pone?
Joe.
Oh, es enorme.
You old bridge jumper, how you been? What's the calendar say?
2 years, Joe. It's been 2 years.
Too long. Heard you showed up yesterday. Boys give you trouble?
Maybe a little. But don't worry. It's hard for me to blame them.
After the mine closed, well, it ain't easy to put food on the table. Don't let that weigh on you. No one else has lost their legs recently.
You haven't seen Dennis today, have you?
I wish. Just about the only guy I could talk hockey with.
Not football?
I want to talk football. I can grab anybody on the street. Dennis actually enjoys a man's sport. But no, I haven't seen him.
I noticed you weren't at the bar last night.
Went home after the service. Being crippled takes it out of you. Normally, I'd be rotting away in my recliner, but I like to come out, see the decorations, pay my respects to old iron here. This town's been a mining town before I was born, and it'll be one after I die. It's good to get out and celebrate your roots every now and then.
I have the same perspective on Miners' Day that other people have.
No, I suppose you wouldn't.
So, how have you been holding up?
Terribly. But Anna keeps me young. How'd you ever let her get away?
You probably know better than me.
I heard all about it. Still, I always liked you. Straight shooters are a rare breed these days. I like a man that can look me in the eye and say what he means.
I have places I need to be, but it's good to see you.
Just promise you won't wait 2 years before saying boo again.
I'll do my best. Joe has no idea where Dennis went. Someone must have seen him after the fight. Hey, can I ask you something?
Hello, young man. Of course you can ask.
No promise of answering.
Why do you bother cleaning the memorial?
Well, everything has to look its best for today, especially the miner. I really didn't think it was going to happen this year. Good thing Mr. Kirkland decided to help out. And besides, that way people can remember with pride we used to be rednecks.
That matters to you?
It should matter to every West Virginian.
And why do you think it should matter so much?
How many West Virginians does it take to screw in a light bulb?
A ver.
This doesn't sound like a history lesson.
You answer my question, I'll answer yours. So, how many West Virginians?
I don't know. How many?
3. 1 to replace the light bulb. 2 to complain about how the old one was better.
That might be a little too close to home.
My favorite jokes have always been the ones that make me feel a little sad. So, you still want to hear the story?
Claro.
I'm all ears.
This fella here is a reminder of when coal miners stood together. You see, back 100 years ago, you'd be safer in the trenches than down in the mines. He didn't sit right with our boys. They demanded better conditions. Of course, the corporations, being what they are, refused and sent strike breakers.
The mine wars. Miners came out in force. Union men. Met the strike breakers over in Logan County.
That's right.
啊，
10,000 strong. And it all came to a head at Blair Mountain. The miners tied red bandanas around their necks for solidarity. Brotherhood. At least 100 men died in that battle. Blood spilled for what we have now.
It definitely makes for one hell of a story.
There's heroes everywhere. Heroes who died for what I have. So, I do my part. Feel I owe it to them.
I get it.
I think you do. Anyway, I'll get back to it. Gonna give her a real spit shine. Take care now.
Never forget, huh?
Ah. Lista de
Round
minas.
6 men. Basswood's mining started with an accident. Fitting.
Vale. Ah, no, pues aún tengo que preguntar.
No luck so far, but I should keep digging around. Someone must have seen Dennis.
A ver, pero creo que he visto a todos.
Sorry, Sam, I'm still on duty.
Declan always
Wouldn't want
had
anyone
very
making
clear
up with the
ideas about
statue
law and
on
order.
Miners' Day, huh?
But now he seems to be even more vocal about his convictions.
A ver, a quién me falta preguntar. Aquí he preguntado al farmacéutico, a la mujer del farmacéutico. Que ya no me habla más. No quiere hablar más. A ver si puedo hablar otra vez con él.
I hope you'll stay for the festivities, Samuel.
No, ya he hablado todo con él también. Vale, ya he preguntado por Denis. Ah, aquí el 80%, 13% escucha de clan. 32% es para hablar con Cristina. Y hablar con Tara, el 48%. Ah, vale, vale. Vale, vale. Vale, vale. No sabía que salían las estadísticas. Pero ya he preguntado a toda la gente que hay.
Slow day so far. But people are gonna swarm the cafe once the celebration starts. I guess it means more tips for me. So it's not all.
Aquí no me deja hablar con el club de los cotilleos. Y es que con ella tampoco me deja hablar más. A ver si me deja hablar un poco más. No.
Hey man, my break's over. I gotta focus on
Y
work.
con este tampoco. Entonces, ¿quién más me falta? ¿Me dejarán ir a la iglesia?
No luck so far, but I
No.
keep digging around. Someone must have seen Dennis. Religion's kind of like genetics. If your parents had it, you probably do too.
Ah, con Joan.
Now doesn't seem like the best time to bother her. Hey, Bug. What are you doing out here?
No la había visto.
Waiting for my mom to get off her shift at the pharmacy. Drawing. I got a new journal after I left the old one somewhere. See?
Did you get home okay last night?
Yeah. I bike everywhere. It's not like anything scary bad happens in Basswood. At least not normally. I heard you asking about my dad last night.
Well, I guess I wasn't very subtle, was I?
No, you were not. Did you find out anything about my dad?
Not yet. Not really, at least.
Let me know if you find anything. Please. I feel like I need something. It's just this town, you know? This place. It feels like I'm suffocating. I can't breathe. I can't think. I can't stand my mom. I don't like school. Well, except for science. And just...
Have you seen Dennis today?
What? No, I haven't. Were you even listening to me? I shouldn't be surprised. No one listens to me.
I was listening. I just need to find Dennis.
If you hear anything about what happened to my dad, let me know. Otherwise, just leave me alone.
Tengo facilidad de cabrear a todo el mundo. Claro que sí. La cafetería. Ahí está.
Betting there'll be a few more cups before she leaves. Some things never change.
Sam, I didn't think you'd actually show up.
I didn't think I would either. But hey, sometimes we surprise ourselves.
So, I hear you got in a fight after I left the wake?
I was so wasted at that point, it's all just a big, heavy blur.
Yeah. After saying I didn't want to drink, I went home and drank. Long night.
Yeah, sounds about right. We all deal with stress in our own ways. I apparently hit Dennis. Yeah, speaking of, you haven't seen him today, have you?
Why? Afraid your powerful blows laid him up?
So, what are you working on?
En un artículo.
On how nature does its best to reclaim the land after a strip mining operation. Why are you looking for Dennis? I can tell something has you spooked. I can always tell.
Go on, tell her. You could honestly use a non-imaginary person to confide in. She might slow me down, or try to involve the cops. She might do those things, yes, or she might be someone who you can trust, who can help.
Vamos a decírselo.
I woke up today and my shirt was covered in blood.
Blood? What happened?
I don't know. Last night, pills and alcohol mixed. It's all a blur. That's why I'm looking for Dennis.
Have you tried the Basswood jungle? He likes to work weekends.
Madre.
I'll do that right now.
Sam, is there anything I can do to help? Oh, nah. I'm just gonna do my own thing. Oh, Sam, what have you done?
No he hecho nada. Que yo sepa, vamos. Estos no estaban antes. No quiero meterme con ellos. Pues voy a tener que meterme con ellos.
At least the basswood jungle is still standing. Locked. I should check the back.
Joder, si tengo que ir por la parte de atrás, voy a tener que cruzarme con los otros.
Look what we got here. Is that Sam Higgs trying to get back in the newspaper game? I thought you got the message last night. Of course, it was hard to tell, considering you let Declan do your talking for you.
Look, fellas.
You know, Basswood can be a dangerous place.
Well, so maybe consider just getting before something bad happened to you.
I'll leave when I'm good and ready.
Just make it sooner rather than later.
Declan's right down the street.
Watch yourself while you're in Basswood, because we'll be watching you.
Los matoncillos. Hey, ¿qué tal? ¿Qué eres, esclavo o Sarabel? A ver. Ah, vale, sí. Me pensaba que tenía el volumen quitado.
Been a while. This place used to be my home, or at least felt like it. Where is Dennis? He should be in here. Dennis. Dennis.
Vaya.
What happened? Who? Is that how I got blood on me? Did I?
No creo que fueras tú.
Do this, Sam. When you focus, you can think through any problem.
Asesinar no. Que no lo quiero asesinar.
Keep going. You got this. Don't give up, Sam. You almost have it.
Venga, vale.
This is Dennis's office. There must be some clue around.
Vale, a buscar pistas.
Sam, keep it together. You can solve this. Figure this out before Dennis dies again and the panic overwhelms you. Chest wound. What kind of weapon did this? Blood all over the monitor. Not much to go on. I need something useful. The chair is pretty far away from the desk, but I don't think that's important. Chest wound. What kind of weapon did this? Gunshot. The bullet went clean through. The killer must have been close. Where did the bullet go? The bullet stopped here. Small caliber like Dennis's gun. I need to find that gun. His gun is gone. He had it earlier. Where did it go? The shooter used Dennis's gun, but I didn't have it this morning. And how did I get the blood on me? A blood trail leads off. Someone or something moved through it. Me? The blood has been disturbed. By what? The blood pooled where Dennis fell, so the body was moved. If I moved it, that's how the blood got on my shirt. I have the complete picture now.
Vale. Tendría que ser alguien en el que confiara. Vale.
It was Dennis's, but I didn't kill him. I found him dead. Blackout drunk, panicked. I stumbled to my car. Luckily, I ended up back at the hotel and not wrapped around a pole. Now, I know I didn't do it. The police, though, may not feel the same way. I need to search the area. See if I can find out why someone would murder Dennis. I need to find out why Dennis was killed. It may have something to do with Nick. Dennis's computer is still signed in. Seems like a good place to start. Emails between Nick and Dee. They're talking in codes. Nothing stated clearly. They didn't want to risk anyone learning of their meetings. Smart. Someone was watching. Whatever Nick was looking into seemed big, but he said it fizzled out.
Vale.
Puzzle comes together. Dennis was reading everyone's emails. He found out that Nick hadn't stopped his investigation like he'd told Walter. And that Nick was still talking to some informant. Then he decided to tell me. And now he's dead. I need to look through any notes Nick left in his office and check Walter's computer. They have to have something for me to go on. Nick must have left some notes behind somewhere. Walter also might have something on Nick's work. I should look around. You didn't deserve this. No one deserves this. Nick's computer is missing.
Vale.
Took it home to work or stolen? Weird. Nick was always more a fan of beer than working late. Nick, Anna, and me. Don't need everyone staring at me. Valid question. Still not sure. They don't even work here anymore. Someone should really clean up this board. Nick's handwriting. Always paranoid about forgetting things. If I had the code, I could get in here.
A ver. ¿Y dónde tendría apuntado la contraseña? Aquí no. La placa tampoco. $23, 40 y 1.
It was a good guess, just not the right one. I should keep looking.
A ver, al revés. 1, 4, 3.
Nope. And with something like 10,000 combinations, I doubt I'll stumble on it. Keep looking.
Tengo que seguir mirando.
Walter always treated us like family.
A ver, el ordenador de Walter. Sin la contraseña, mal.
There might be something around here that hints at Walter's password. Hopefully his password reminder isn't some esoteric book reference. Ugh. My heart's desire. It could mean a person, but also a place. Walter was never tech savvy. He just uses words that mean something to him. There's a good chance there's a clue in his office. He loves all his first editions, but Alice in Wonderland always came out on top. Wouldn't be surprised if that was his password.
Vamos a probarlo.
Ugh. My heart's desire. It could mean a person, but also a place. That's not it. I have to keep looking. Walter had this article framed after he saw the boost in traffic the Haven got. Basswood is his blood and soul. Wouldn't surprise me if he said it as his password.
Vamos a probar.
And I'm in.
Bien.
Let's see what secrets you got in here, Walter.
A ver. Vale. Ya está, no hay nada más. No funciona el de atrás. Estoy dando a la F. Porque no me deja salir. No me deja salir. No me deja salir. Vamos a probar una cosa. No. No me deja. A ver dónde nos deja. Vale, aquí funciona.
Emails between Nick and Dee. They're talking in codes. Nothing stated clearly. They didn't want to risk anyone learning of their meetings. Smart. Someone was watching. Whatever Nick was looking into seemed big, but he said it fizzled out. The puzzle comes together.
Vale.
Dennis was reading everyone's emails. He found out that Nick hadn't stopped his investigation like he'd told Walter. And that Nick was still talking to some informant. Then he decided to tell me. And now he's dead. I need to look through any notes Nick left in his office and check Walter's computer. They have to have something for me to go on. Nick must have left some notes behind somewhere. Walter also might have something on Nick's work. I should look around. Nick's computer is missing.
Vale.
Home to work or stolen. The only thing she cared about then was looking at bugs and drawing them. Nick, Anna, and me. Weird. Nick was always more a fan of beer than working late. They don't even work here anymore. Someone should really clean up this board. Valid question. Still not sure. Nick's handwriting. Always paranoid about forgetting things. If I had the code, I could get in here.
Vamos a probar.
It was a good guess, just not the right one. I should keep looking.
Treinta y uno 21.
Four digits. Wonder if that's the new code for the archives.
31-21. Tres, uno, dos, uno.
Thanks, Bug. Your obsessive snooping pays off. Nick always kept extensive records of his work. He was almost obsessive. How could there be so little information regarding his last investigation? Nick was looking into the impact the closure of the mine had on Basswood. But what was he looking for? Nick was traveling all over. Train tickets, hotel bills, out of state even. He was tracking something, or someone. Nick had a contact. Same name as in the email. He was onto something big.
Del nervioso. Vale, ¿quién será de el nervioso? A ver, vamos a mirar una cosa. Vale, perfecto. Vale, y ahora ¿por qué no puedo?
Nick was traveling all over. Train tickets, hotel bills, out of state even. He was tracking something. What Nick was looking into was something big and dangerous. It's why he was so careful. It's possible Walter missed something. Could be worth checking his office. be something around here that hints at Walter's password. Hopefully his password reminder isn't some esoteric book reference. Ugh. My heart's desire. It could mean a person, but also a place. Walter was never tech savvy. He just uses words that mean something to him. There's a good chance there's a clue in his office.
¿Por qué se ha parado?
Walter had this article framed after he saw the boost in traffic the Haven got. Basswood is his blood and soul. Wouldn't surprise me if he said it as his password.
Vale, examinamos.
And I'm in.
Bien.
Let's see what secrets you got in here, Walter. Mostly standard so far, by the book. I see why Walter wasn't worried.
Vale.
Wait, that doesn't make sense. Nick would never drive without his seatbelt on. And he always kept his window open. The car really burned, though that's very uncommon in most crashes. So, Walter got the police report from Bess.
Vale.
Nick was supposedly drunk at the wheel, which doesn't sound like him. And his seatbelt was off and his windows up, which both sound very wrong. Walter seemed to buy it, but I don't know if I do. So, did you come to the logical conclusion to this mess we're in?
Sí.
We should get out of town immediately. Dennis tried to talk to me about Nick, and that's what got him killed. Exactly. Like I said, you should get out of town. And the details of Nick's death, it doesn't sound like him. 2 years is a long time, Sam. He may have changed more than you know.
No
Changed
tanto.
decade-long habits? I need to go to the crash site. Just remember, if you're right...
Sam? What's happening? Dennis. That's Dennis. What happened? Is he...
Anna,
Is
listen
he...
to me. You need to be here with me and listen to what I have to say.
Oh my God, no. It's... How could this happen?
He died last night. Hours ago. Not much we can do right now. He asked me to meet him here after, but I was so drunk I arrived late. And the person that actually showed up killed him.
Your bloody shirt was clearly from this. That means you were here yesterday. It links you to the crime scene. And you've been running around town all morning asking about Dennis. It won't look good. We need to call the police.
They'll think I killed him. I thought I did at first. I have no alibi.
This is not about you. Dennis had a family. They have to know what happened. It's the right thing to do. Do you want Walter to find his body come Monday?
She has a point. Someone is gonna find him eventually. Involving the police would only slow us down. I'll be more efficient on my own. Efficient and possibly frivolous. You've already trusted Anna once. I suggest you keep on that road.
Vamos a llamar a la policía.
Okay. But not that phone. Use one of the landlines here and don't leave your name.
You remember I'm a journalist, right? I know how to keep things confidential.
Also, I think whoever did this might be linked to Nick's accident.
This is about Nick? The crash?
I'm going to the crash site to confirm my suspicions.
I'm going with you.
I don't know if that's a good idea.
You trusted me before. It's only fair I do the same for you. I'll call the cops from here so they can't track us.
All right.
Vale. Oh, el capítulo es largo, ¿eh?
Here we are.
It barely looks like anything happened.
Lleva casi 3 horas.
We'll find something. I know we will.
Is it okay if I stay here? I don't think I'm ready to...
Sure. I doubt I'll be good company anyway.
You mean you're over-focused to the point of non-reactive thing? I remember, especially how you always end up being right somehow. I hope. I don't know what I'm hoping for.
Yeah, me neither. This is the place.
Vale. A ver. Seguro que lo tengo que reconstruir.
First, gather the clues. Cold, hard, plain facts. That's the only way I'll know what really happened. Maybe Nick tried to avoid this log. It's a bit far from the road. Two of the road signs were torn out. Did Nick's car do that? The fire shouldn't have been able to spread that far. That piece of wood must be from one of the damaged road signs. No skid marks, no trace of sudden braking. The tire tracks clearly show where Nick's car went off the road.
Vale. Pero que no haya frenazo, eso... es bastante extraño.
The car went up like kindling. It was pretty intense, judging the damages to the area. The bark got badly burnt. Must be where Nick crashed.
Vale. A ver el tronco. ver, me estoy dejando pistas.
A fuel stain. From Nick's car? Was it leaking fuel? Nick took this turn every day. It shouldn't have surprised him. That's all the information I need. Time to put everything together.
Vale. Las he encontrado rápido.
The report states Nick was driving under the influence of alcohol. He was startled by an animal. And drove through a road sign before crashing into a tree.
No cuadra.
Things don't add up.
Vamos a ver.
I need to find out what really happened. The fire damaged both the car and the tree heavily. The road signs were damaged, 2 of them torn and burned.
Dos estaban quemadas. O sea que podía estar ya en llamas.
one simulation fits the evidence. The police report was wrong.
Bueno, por eso estaba la ventanilla abajo y el cinturón fuera. Vale, vale. Estaba inconsciente y en llamas. Y donde había restos de combustible es donde lo he hecho en el coche.
I thought you quit.
I did. So, did you find anything?
Nick, he was murdered. I'm sorry, the police report was clearly wrong.
Fucking...
Anna?
Here, just...
Joe, it's Sam.
Where's Anna? Is she okay?
Yeah, she's right here. She's just a bit busy.
I need her to come back immediately. There's been a break-in at her place.
What? Are you all right? What happened?
I wasn't there when it happened. Just arrived. Called the police, then called my daughter.
We're on our way. Someone broke into your house.
Buscando pruebas.
Okay, so, about Dad. Don't tell him what we found. Please. It'd just worry him for no reason.
How are you holding up? After finding out what we found out.
I'm guessing about as well as you. Not great. Let me go calm my father down. I'm pretty sure he's ready to call the National Guard.
Anna, maybe give her a few moments with Joe before you barge in. Also, take a few moments for yourself as well. You used to live here, and now some other guy, Nick, of all people, was living here. With her. Things are different. She's different. You're different. I'm different. But am I different enough to not fall into old patterns? Keep in mind, Sam, no matter how much you want to, you can never go home again.
A ver.
The last time I was here, I was shoving way too many boxes into a trunk that couldn't fit them all. Didn't think I'd see it again. Not looking forward to stepping back inside. He had to get a new one after the accident. Must have been very expensive.
It's fine, Dad. I can handle this.
Someone broke into my daughter's house and you want me to just sit by and wait?
Yes, that is exactly what I want you to do. Don't you have an appointment?
I always have an appointment. doctors more often than I'm home. Sam, talk some sense into my daughter here.
I'm gonna have to side with Anna on this one. Can't miss appointments.
Just because I'm an old man in a wheelchair, you two think you can push me around.
Dad, I love you. And I love that you want to protect me, but please, it'll be okay. Go to your doctor's appointment. The police will be here soon.
I'm just bellyaching. It's your house. Your rules. I'll leave you to it.
Thank you.
Though before I head off, Sam, you tell me if something was going on, right? Anna's brave and she's strong, but she's also stubborn.
Dad, I told you I can take care of myself.
And I'm old enough to know when things ain't right. You tell me now, Sam. You tell me if my little girl is in danger.
No.
Watch over her anymore, so I need you to keep her safe.
Stop talking about me like I'm not here.
Joe, I don't know.
She's all I have left. Promise me you'll protect her. I need your word.
Wow.
Vale.
Heavy. Joe's really laying on the paternal guilt. I can't promise something like that. I don't know what might happen. He just wants to feel like someone is looking out for her. I can't blame him. And what if I can't keep that promise? Then refuse. All I know is I personally couldn't say no to a desperate father.
Prometer.
I still can't hide anything from you.
Sam, don't.
I won't lie, Joe. There is something going on. It could be dangerous, but I'll make sure Anna doesn't get mixed up in it.
All right. I'm trusting you on this.
I'm not some kid. I decide what I get mixed up in.
You can't blame me for looking after you.
I just didn't want you to worry. You're both so patronizing. I'm heading inside. See how bad it is.
Solo quería prometérselo, no informarle.
I need to get in there eventually. But maybe I should look around the property first. Shattered glass. This is how whoever it was broke into the house.
Vale.
Anna is not well. This time, at least, try to be there for her. Anna? Anna, are you okay? I'm gonna go out on a limb and say no. She needs you, buddy. Needs me? I don't even think she knows I'm
Oh.
here. What am I supposed to do? Something. Anything. It's the thought, the effort. Get her a drink. Just show her you're here. I'm not sure how a drink will make her feel better about murders and break-ins. But I
Ay.
have worse ideas.
Pensaba que no se escuchaba.
She kept the drinks in the kitchen, in one of the pantries. I've never even had my car broken into. It's hard to imagine how she feels. She normally keeps some drinks in the pantry. It's been a while, Sam. Things have changed around here. You feel like looking at old keepsakes? No. Even when he messed up, Nick always found the right words. Anna's favorite band. Smooth as always, Nick. Anna always wanted to visit France, but life is just too strange for me there. She's not gonna want something cold. Always said cold drinks are for parties. No drinks in here. Here's where she keeps the drinks. She used to drink this every day in middle school. Brings her back to being 10. People in film noirs always offer a stiff drink in times like this. Might work. Don't stress about what drink you bring her. It's just bringing it that matters. Her go-to soft drink. She actually likes to drink this stuff straight. Could do. On the bright side, I don't think it's possible to make her feel worse. You're not helping. Yes, I am. Yes, you are. Thanks.
Ah, ya llevo la bebida.
Chocolate helps everyone feel better.
That's sweet. I'd assumed you'd already gone to look around and, I don't know, think. This is just so fucked. Nick? My house?
Sam, you should distract her. Get her talking or thinking about anything else.
My stuff, everything is trashed. Is this like the worst coincidence?
Bueno, una coincidencia.
Or is it
No
related
sé
to his
todo.
death? Did his murderer break into my house? God, I can't help but being pissed at Nick for being dead. It makes no sense. It's all just a lot. I used to feel safe here, and now, sorry. Thanks, Sam.
It's all right. A lot has happened in the last few hours. Anna has to be helping her dad out with these. I'm not sure it's enough. Anna would pace around the house for hours, then sit down and write her articles in one go.
Vale.
you doing? Sam, what are you doing? I called for dinner like a dozen times. It's gonna get cold. I am not your mom, you know? Working on an article is no reason to ignore basic politeness, Sam. Fine. You can eat your dinner cold for all I care. I'm done waiting for you.
Hannah always was more interested in people than cold, hard facts. Not surprised Anna keeps this letter. I'd keep it too. Anna always has trouble thinking when there's weird noises going on. To be fair, most people do. Like that. Whatever that is, it'd be smart to find it and shut it off.
Vale, las persianas estas. Jolines.
Finally, there. Hey, are you feeling better?
Yeah. Thank you, Sam. Sorry, I just kind of lost it for a second there.
Yeah. I mean, careful, Sam. You know you can be indelicate. She needs your support right now.
I mean, it hasn't been an easy week, you know? And I've got the feeling it isn't over yet.
She needs support. Something solid.
Aquí me tienes.
Whatever happens, you're not alone. We'll face it together.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you. I needed to hear that.
Reminding her she has people to lean on is a great start.
This whole thing is a mess. But honestly, it's been a mess for a while. Like, everything was fine, you know? Nick moved in, it was nice, but lately he just closed himself off. He'd been gone most nights. At the bar or the fishing shack. Come home late, refusing to talk about his work. It got unbearable. It was almost like I was living with you all over again.
It doesn't feel good, but she needs to get this off her chest. Don't be too harsh on her. You're right. I shut you out, and I'm sorry.
The past is the past. None of what's happening now is your fault. I'm just lashing out. It's just having you in the house. It's bringing back a lot of things. We had a good time. So many memories here, both bad and great.
We did have a good time, yeah.
But then came Dad's accident. The mine investigation. Your proposal. I still feel horrible about how it all happened. But you understand why I said no, right?
Face it, Sam. If you had paid attention, you'd have known she wasn't going to say yes. I know, the timing wasn't great. Your dad's accident, the mine investigation, me being hated by all of Basswood.
That's not why I said no. You knew I didn't want to get married. I told you before, I never liked the idea. Never wanted a ring. When you asked, I just thought I was with someone who didn't know me. That terrified me. And then it ended so abruptly, you and I. I don't think I ever took the time to really process what happened. I wonder if it would have ended the same way with Nick. If my relationship with him was as doomed as my relationship with you. The way Nick closed himself off to me the last few weeks.
Bueno,
It's just me.
fue por la
To
investigación.
live with someone, to truly share my life, to make compromises and all that.
She's feeling guilty about what happened. She shouldn't bear that burden alone. It wasn't your fault that Nick closed himself off. No one makes someone distant, especially someone like Nick. It must have been on his side. He was dealing with something dark. I know that's why I closed people off. I never spoke to Nick again after leaving town.
It doesn't matter anyway now, does it? He's dead, and whatever we had is done. And we're on our own if we're gonna find out who killed him. I'm not backing down from this, no matter what we find. What about you?
Yeah, I mean... You can count on me, Anna. We're in this until the end.
That's good. That's really good. Let's see this to the end, and, well, we'll see what happens when we get there, right?
Sí, a ver.
We're in this together.
Can you take a look upstairs? I still need a moment. Let me make sure I'm done crying and all that.
Vale.
Time. I'll tell you if anything's wrong.
Thanks, Sam.
Vamos para arriba.
It looks like Joan's using this room now. Anna must have been letting her use it when she stayed over. Got the A, corrected the teacher, but still forgot the date. Mr. Unicorny. Well, you and Joan have been inseparable since the day she was born. Not your standard thief. Too destructive. Oh, maybe trying to send a message? This used to be her old bed. First thing she bought when she settled in.
Vale, vamos a recordar.
Come on, work, you piece of junk. I know you're awake.
No, I'm not.
Then how are you talking?
I'm a celebrated sleep talker.
Come on, get up. I need your help.
Did you try rebooting it? That's honestly all I got.
I have tried that. If I don't get this done by noon, Walter won't run the article. What do I do?
Okay. Let me see it.
Thank you. It just won't respond to anything. Do you want a back rub while you work?
As your hero, it's the least you could do.
I'll do more than that, my white knight.
Oh, you will, my princess of the typefaces.
Of course. When you fix it.
As if her week wasn't bad enough already. I should erase it. But then the police wouldn't get the burglar's handwriting. Not the smartest decision, but Anna deserves a break. Why is it so dark in here? This room feels so different now. It felt like mine once, but it never was. I guess Anna must have left it on, but she had her laptop with her. Is this Nick's? Huh? Is someone downloading something off Nick's laptop?
Sam! Sam! Who was that? Sam! Are you okay?
I think whoever trashed your house just trashed me.
Can you stand?
Yeah. The headache isn't as bad as the one I had this morning.
I couldn't look at them. They just sprinted out of the house, and I heard some weird, loud engine drive off.
Well, whoever it was, they were dumping data off Nick's computer. I must have interrupted them.
There's no trace of whatever he took. So what do we even do now?
We need Nick's backups, if he has any. Did he ever do anything like that? Boxes in the attic, files to the cloud, another computer? Did he have anywhere besides here and the Basswood jungle he kept things?
No, I don't think so. I don't... Actually, over the last few months, remember I mentioned Nick has been going out a lot to that old fishing shack his family owns.
I know the one. I went there with Nick and Bug a few times.
He went mostly in the evenings. Most nights, really. Said he was night fishing.
But if he was secretly using it as a second office...
It'd be worth taking a look.
Your father called. Said there'd been a break-in?
Couldn't they have gotten here 2 minutes ago? They'll arrest me if they found Dennis's body.
You go out the back. I'll talk to Bess and keep her busy.
If you're sure, I'll go to the fishing shack. It sounds like if Nick was hiding something, it might be there.
Sorry! I was just in the bathroom. Be right out. Go!
Vale. Aún sigue el primer capítulo.
Nick's fishing shack. A lot of memories here. Good memories. Anna said he'd been sneaking off here to work on something. I almost hope I don't find anything. Nick, what were you up to?
Bueno, como está guardado, yo creo que voy a dejarlo por aquí. Que ya llevamos 3 horas y media. Y la verdad no sé cuánto más va a durar.
Joan rides this bike everywhere. Which is impressive with how far away everything is out here. What's it doing here?
A no ser que se termine ya.
Bug?
Muley? How did you... Does my mom know?
Does your mom know what? What is this?
Mom doesn't know. Good. I've decided to leave town.
Bug, this is not a good idea.
I've got food for 5 days. I'll hitchhike and bike down to Virginia.
Do you have any idea how far that is?
About 80 miles to get down to my Aunt Lisa. My mom hates her. Don't try to stop me.
You can't leave like this. Not without telling anyone.
Oh, yeah? Why not? That's what you did.
She's serious about this. Careful, Sam. This is not a drill. Maybe try to bring up her mother again.
Bueno, como he dicho, vamos a dejarlo aquí. Y si puedo, lo continuaré mañana. Porque parece que no... que aún falta para terminar. Y nada, gracias por pasaros, Furious y Dragones y Dados. No sé si era o Esclavo o Sarabel, pero bueno, darle un buen follow a Dragones y Dados y a Furious. Son muy majos, muy buenas personas y merece la pena. Así que nada, voy a ver quién está en directo, aunque esté solamente yo. Sí, está Sarabel y Mario, así que vamos a hacerle una raid a Sarabel y Mario. Aunque sea mío solo. nada, nos vemos en el próximo episodio de Twin Mirror. Chao, chao.